Oh, I can't believe I'm making this video. So, about 2 weeks ago, I noticed that I had started feeling really lethargic and fatigued. And I tried not to think about it too much because I figured it was just something I had to push through and get over. I thought I was being lazy or something like that. So I didn't think anything of it. I didn't do anything about it. I just really was in the mindset that, like, mind over matter type of thing. Fast forward to this weekend. So I work Thursday through Sunday. Thursday I went to work, felt fine, no problem. Friday I got to work and was suddenly feeling very, very lightheaded out of like nowhere. And it was really, really bizarre. I felt so awful. And my coworker was like, "You're really pale, you should sit down." And Friday was just such a struggle to get through work. I felt so awful. Saturday I went to work, and again, it was like off and on all day, just feeling really lightheaded, just out of nowhere, and then I'd be feeling fine, and it was just really, really weird. Sunday, I thought maybe, it was like the last couple of days of my period. I was like, maybe my hormones are just being weird, like they're trying to balance out and they're just not working right or something. I don't know. I thought maybe that was it. But then my period ended, and I got to work on Sunday, and I just felt even worse. I felt so sick that I couldn't even stay at work. I ended up going home like 4 hours early. And again, my coworker was just like, "You're so white. You're as white as a ghost." And I just felt so lightheaded. It was so weird. And I had someone else at work mention that it was probably like a low blood sugar thing, or a low protein thing, or just something like that. And anytime someone mentions something like that, it's so weird to me because, like I mentioned in my last video, my body's very high maintenance. And part of that maintaining my body is that I eat really, really well. I'm very conscious of what I put into my body, and I'm very conscious about eating really healthy. So anyway, that's part of it. That's part of this story. I went home, felt just so awful all night. And it's now Wednesday, and I am still feeling awful. And I'm feeling it. It's so bizarre because it's so reminiscent of how I used to feel like 2 years ago. I haven't felt this bad in like 2 years. And now here I am having trouble going to the store. Yesterday I had trouble doing my laundry. Today I could barely get through making my lunch. My body is just so upset about something. I don't even know. And it's weird because it's just lightheadedness and fatigue and muscle weakness and a little bit of like migraine headachy stuff. And then some brain fog. I noticed the brain fog a lot at work because at my job there's like a ton of really little things that you have to do to make up the big picture, and you just do that all day long. And it was just like I was like randomly forgetting little things that, and so, and I haven't experienced brain fog in like 2 years. So I don't know what's going on, and it's frustrating, and it's discouraging, and it's scary, because on the one hand, physically I feel awful. On the other hand, emotionally, I'm like freaking out, which is not helpful at all in any way, shape, or form. And I've been trying really hard to be like, okay, say this is a relapse. Worst case scenario, this is a relapse, and the infection has come back or reawoken or whatever. Maybe we missed some and it's just gotten to the point now where it's bad again. Worst case scenario, right? And I've been trying to tell myself, if it's the worst case scenario, you've been through it once, you can get through it again. And this time you know what works and what doesn't and how to treat it. So you're not starting back at square one. Because I've caught myself thinking, oh great, now I'm back at square one, which is ridiculous because as awful as I feel right now, I'm nowhere near where I was at my worst, you know? So I just have to let my anxious side chill and let the other side of my brain take over for a while. Anyway, so Monday, I just so happened to have a doctor's appointment scheduled for Monday because I switched health insurance and they require me to like go meet with a PCP that I had no intention of ever seeing, because when I go see a doctor, I go see my Lyme doctor who's not covered by insurance. But I got health insurance just in case I had an emergency or I needed to pay for prescriptions or whatever. Anyway, so I had this scheduled in advance and so happened to be during this awful time. But even before this, I was planning on just going in and meeting her and not mentioning anything and just being like, I'm fine, you'll probably never see me. This is just a requirement. See you later. And even after I'd been feeling this awful, I was still gonna like fake it because I was like, I don't know her. And if you've been dealing with chronic illness, you know that so many doctors just treat you like garbage. They don't actually care. And I mean, that's sad. That's a sad reality, but it's a true reality. And so I was like, I'm not gonna get involved with this woman, you know. I'm still with my other doctor. Though, side note, and this is adding to what's happening now, I haven't seen my doctor in months because I had been feeling so good, and she even had blood work for me to do, like for we were going to retest the Lyme, we were going to retest just basic blood work, just as like every 6 or 9 months, we were just going to see how things were progressing, you know, making sure that they were where they were supposed to be. But I kept pushing it off, I kept changing the appointment until I finally just canceled the appointment because I was working so much and I was feeling so good. It just wasn't a priority anymore. So first lesson learned, don't do that. Keep up with your doctor's appointments, listen to them, especially if you have a good one, I mean, because she's gonna know better than you do. Oh, I feel so stupid that I ever just let it get this far. Like, I'm so upset with myself because I feel like I'm like wasting time right now, which is just ridiculous. Oh, I'm so mad, but okay. So what was I even talking about? I don't know. So I am getting some blood work done this coming Friday, either tomorrow or Friday. I don't know when I can get a ride out there. And I don't know how long it's going to take to get those test results. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to start feeling better. Oh, at the doctor for the health insurance, she did mention, she questioned my diet because she noticed I had really dark circles under my eyes. They don't seem too bad in this today, actually, but I do have them. But anyway, on Monday when I went to the doctor's appointment, she mentioned this, and I thought it was interesting because before she had come into the office, I had looked at myself in my camera. I even took a picture, and I was just taken aback at how awful I looked. Just those dark circles. I don't normally have dark circles under my eyes, and I looked so bad, and it was shocking to me. So when she brought that up, it was like, okay, so it wasn't just like a bad camera angle or something. Like, that's just how I am right now. And it like validified. Is that a word? I don't know. I'm so tired. I've been thinking too much, talking too much. It was like, it validified. I don't know. Validified. I don't know what the word is, but it made me realize that something is going on. Because I couldn't decide that from how awful I was feeling. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, this is where I'm at right now. I don't know what's going on, but something is going on. And worst case, I'm relapsing. Best case it's just some random little deficiency. Maybe it is an iron deficiency, which would blow my mind because I eat so freaking well and I'm so conscious about it. It doesn't make any sense. So I filmed that video all the way back in May, which has now been 5 months. I've been in this Lyme relapse for 5 months. That's really insane to me. I can't believe how fast time is just flying by. It's freaking me out. But anyway, it did end up being a relapse. I ended up going and getting my Lyme tested again, and I was up to 7 positive markers, which I had not originally, but once I was like doing so much better, like in the last couple of years, I was down to only 2 positive markers. And you don't want any positive markers, and even 2 wouldn't even really qualify you as having Lyme anymore. Like I originally had like 9 positive markers, and I, hit all of the ones that you have to hit in order to have Lyme disease. Because, the Lyme test is so accurate and so dependable. That's sarcasm in case you can't tell. But anyway, so I am recently, this relapse, I'm up to 7 positive markers, and I had been down to 2. And it was really devastating for me. Like I said in a previous video, it was like devastating emotionally because I just felt so knocked down. I just was like, why am I back here? Why am I back here? And so we revamped my Lyme treatment, and we got me back on some things that I had previously been on to help fight the Lyme infection. So we revamped that. We added a ton of things. My new treatment plan is so much, and we had been able to cut back some, and I have started doing my IV therapies again. And it's kind of, it's discouraging. I'm gonna be honest, it sucks. It sucks and it's discouraging because I thought I was past this, and I just got my hopes up so high that I was past it, and then it just came back. And it totally knocked me down. It totally flipped my life upside down again. Like, I haven't been working because of it. And I feel stuck in this cycle of Lyme disease, But on a more positive side, I am feeling a lot better. I beat it once, I'll beat it again. And this time, be more cautious of like staying on treatment longer until like for years, like I don't mind if I have to take glutathione supplements for years so that it doesn't ever come back. So Lyme disease is tricky because it can kind of just like lay dormant, I guess, in your blood until your body is weakened again, and then it reemerges, with a vengeance, which is what happened to me. I think I just worked myself too hard and didn't stay on top of my treatments because I was, feeling so much better, and treatment is expensive, and I was trying to save money, which is just unfortunate. But yeah, so that's my update. That's why I didn't really want to talk about it, because I felt like a failure. I was like, I didn't stay on top of my treatments. I didn't listen to my body. I was foolish into thinking that I was, 100% better from Lyme disease and that I really beat it, and then it just like was still there. So it sucks, I'm gonna be honest, and it's been really hard. So, and it still is really hard. I am really trying to find the balance between mind over matter and like dealing with the reality of my illness. So, I don't know. That's just where I'm at right now. And we'll see where it goes. Oh, Lyme disease. Oh, I hate Lyme disease so much. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the comments and just you being you. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a new video. Bye, guys.